Shalom, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kodash, Kal Halal, Wahawadla, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well, who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Abba Ratazah, which means Father willing. So Abba Ratazah, this lesson is edifying. So just a quick hit lesson, en route to the plantation, what we call, work, going to our jobs, working for this devil, all right? So, just a quick one, all right? And, MOTB update, and this is from the peoplesvoice.tv, just came across this. It was put up recently on the 30th of November, 2025, all right? And former Prime Minister Tony Blair praises amazing benefits of merging digital ID with facial recognition and AI. Okay. Tony Blair has been praising the amazing benefits of merging digital IDs, facial recognition, and artificial intelligence, claiming it will spot suspects in real time, making us all safer. All right, in his words. Okay. And we told you all roads leads down to the MOTB, which is the RFID micro CHIP, the mark of the beast, all right? Spoken of within the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16 on down. Okay, so we've seen everything going digital, cashless society, all right? Central bank digital currencies, all right? Digital wallet, digital IDs, everything, all right? And ultimately, everything's going to be on a CHIP, all right? Now, there's obviously, privacy and things like that, okay? Everyone's going to be on board with this, okay? Oh, and facts, look at this. From the register.com, the UK digital ID plan gets a price tag at least 1.8 billion pounds. The UK government has finally put a 1.8 billion pound price tag on its digital ID plans, days after the minister responsible refused to name a figure. Don't worry, I put these articles in the description area underneath. Okay. Yeah, man, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices whatsoever. So last week, Ian Murray defended the government's decision not to publish the budgeted cost of its proposal to build digital IDs for every citizen. Now you got people out there thinking, this might die down, they're not going to bother with it. Okay. All right, because these devils are forked tongue, man. Okay. But hey, this is the plan of the elites, and they just have their puppets in doing their bidding. You see? They'll say, you might have a party or what have you that be like opposed to it, okay? But ultimately, this agenda must be played through, all right? Must be pushed through. Or there might be, they'll have petitions saying not to have digital IDs, happen, but okay, ultimately it will. All right. He told MPs, members of parliament, the cost would be determined by what the system looks like, and that can only really be measured after the consultation has been closed and analysed. On Wednesday, the Office for Budget Responsibility published its economic and fiscal outlook for the UK government. In the document, it noted that the summer's spending review had seen departmental spending revised up by an average of around £6 billion per year across the period. Alright. Later said there would be unfunded cost of digital ID cards at a provisional annual cost of £0.6 billion over the spending review period. The implementation of digital ID cards is provisionally forecast to cost $1.8 billion in total over the next 2 years, split across $0.5 billion RDEL and $1.3 billion CDEL. The government has announced its intention to meet the cost of this through existing DEL budgets. However, no specific savings have yet been identified, it said. Alright. Hey, so the plans are underway. Alright. Okay. Price, that's a lot of money. 1.8. Okay. So head over back to this article. Critics, however, point out that this is just another step towards mass surveillance and control. Absolutely. It's all about dominance and control. Okay. And hey, that CHIP, man. Whoever, those that take it. Alright, this devil's gonna know what, know what you're thinking. Okay? You won't even be able to really be in complete control of yourself. Alright? If you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna go do something suspicious, straight away, those robotic police force will be onto it. Okay? Because this devil, you know, is equipped with the sword. Alright? And he's furbishing that sword as well. Listen as the war criminal delivers the sales pitch on the so-called amazing benefits. Alright? I won't play the video for now. Okay, let's get a couple of scriptures. Alright? 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Yeah, prophecy means to say before it happens. Pro means before. Phesai means to say when you break down the word. Okay? You know, we're declaring the end from the beginning, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, where Yahweh Shai. Okay? This was written down long before, and it's manifesting in our generation, in our time. Okay? The time is short. You see? We are the final generation. Okay, digital IDs, everything. Alright. People, you know, people are getting sea-hipped. Okay, before World War III can happen, that has to, you know, be mandated across the world first. You see? Yeah, we repeat ourselves a lot, but it's all about, you know, repetition is the father of learning, father of skill. Okay, and of course we've got new brothers and sisters coming in daily. Alright. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay? And you can't make this, the Bible, with any other book, man. Okay? We'll get that precept afterwards. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, which means disbelief, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So don't worry about what other people think, man. Because this is going to happen, period. Period. This is going to happen no matter what. No matter what others believe, their opinions, the naysayers. Okay? Because when the prophecy hits them, that's when they're going to be confounded. Okay? Alright? When they have these sea-hipping stations and stuff like that. Alright? And you've, you know... and obviously it's clear that Genesis Israelites, Hakar and Assad, right? Sold out, man. Sold out. Because they weren't teaching what they were teaching like that before. So they obviously took the bag. Okay. Even Watchmen for Israel got on them. Alright, and I think other Israelite groups are getting on them too. Okay. Completely sold out. They're bugged out and they're sold out. Okay. And the stumbling blocks in this truth. Alright, and they're stumbling blocks for the non-elect to be deceived. Okay. They're deceived and deceiver it is. Okay. So, hey, we don't care what anyone says, you know, we defend the gospel, all right? Why does that? Satan, man. Okay? All right? And we have the 100% truth, okay? And we highlight what the MOTB is, Ratazan, Radical Ratazan Sharian, okay? It's important to know what it is, all right? Because this devil wants his birthright back, you see? Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's right. And faith is a gift, man. Romans 3 and 3. We'll get that, but we'll get Isaiah 34 and 6 first, and then Romans 3 and 3. Oh, verse 16, sorry. Seek you out of the book of the Lord Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail, right? No, none of these prophecies, okay? And the book of the Lord is the Holy Bible. None shall include an apocrypha, and none shall want her mate. Right? Can't compare it with any other book. Is the Quran talking about the MOTB? No. From my mouth it hath commanded, and its spirit hath gathered them. That's right. Romans chapter 3, verse 3. Don't intend to make this long. And it reads, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? God forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Alright, so there might have some don't believe. Alright? Lord is about balance. You're going to have disbelievers and believers. Okay? Alright? And that's not going to hamper our faith, period, whatsoever. Really, this is going to seal it even more. Because it's just proving that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai is righteous and his word is righteous. Okay? And those that don't believe are still fulfilling prophecy. They're fulfilling their lot. Okay? We're not ignorant of any matter, small or great. Let's get that. Sirach chapter 5 verse 15. And it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. You see? So steps to be made, gradualism, all right? And just because you see members of parliament, things like that, no longer in as a prime minister position, doesn't mean they're still not doing things in the background, all right? Because they're all behind this agenda. Because ultimately it leads to this, and I'll close out now. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So yeah, you ain't going to be able to buy and sell, all right? Travel, all right? Buy groceries, things like that, okay? Pay for things if you don't take the implant, the CHIP, you see? All right, and it's just that simple. So that's all I have on that. Shalom.